I've been waiting to make this video for a long time, but here we go. It's gonna be my owner's review of the DJI Osmo and whether or not it's good for automotive cinematography. This is the Osmo. It comes in this guitar-like case. You open it up, it's nice and strapped in, it doesn't fall out. Real nice case, but I don't want to talk about kind of specifics of the camera. There's 3 million other reviews online of what the camera does, how it works, blah blah blah. I just specifically want to talk about the camera. I've had this Osmo for about 5 months now, and I have to say, it is pretty great. I'm pretty happy with it. My first one that I bought, yeah, not so happy with it.
That sucks.
Alright, well, it's officially broken. 10 minutes into shooting, it decided that it didn't want to work anymore, so it kind of gave up, and yeah, I don't want, that was bad. Cool. Firmware update did absolutely nothing. So I've had this for about 5 months, and honestly, I have some pretty good things to say about it. I'm pretty happy with it. DJI is not paying me to do this review. They did not send me the Osmo. I bought it with my own money. This is going to be my personal thoughts. Biggest downside to the Osmo, and I'm sure you see it online, is that the audio quality is garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Awful. Like, just no. Listen. A lot of people's solution is that there is an external mic port. They plug into the external mic port and they run an external mic with a big, huge setup. And I think that absolutely defeats the purpose of the Osmo. I think the whole point of Osmo is that you have your phone mounted on one side of it and you just kind of walk around and film with it. The reason I bought the Osmo originally is that I had one of these, which is a Fiutech gimbal, and it just kind of goes, it just kind of works like that, you know, side to side. And I was getting some pretty good shots with it and I was happy with it. But I wanted to upgrade to something with a better camera and less fisheye. Now the fisheye is the big reason why I got out of the GoPro. I was between the Osmo and buying a DSLR gimbal like the DJI Ronin M for my Canon 70D. And I chose the Osmo, 1 because it's cheaper, and 2 because it actually adds another camera to my collection. Now you may be asking, why does that make sense? Well, in an automotive filmmaker's world, more angles are better. So if I can set up 2 cameras instead of just setting up 1 camera, and this is super easy to use, by the way, so like anybody that can hold it can take a steady video. This camera is really good at being portable, which is really nice, because if I had bought the Ronin M, that would have been I would have had to set it up everywhere. I would have, you know, had to bring the tuning stand. Anytime I wanted to put it down, you can't just shut it off and have it auto recalibrate. You have to put it down on the tuning stand and then do all that nonsense. This also shoots at 1080 at 60 frames per second, which is huge if you're doing like feature video style stuff. That slow motion is something that my 70D does not offer. Places where the Osmo really shines. One, like I said before, is that portability. The ability to fit it in this case, throw it in your backpack, throw it in a camera bag, throw it wherever really. Take it out, turn it on, and just start filming. Now that's great because I don't have to deal with it. You know, it can go in my backpack. I don't need a separate bag for it on an airplane or something like that. And it's so easy to use. A lot of the stuff that I've shot has been super smooth, and a lot of people have commented on it, how'd you do that, blah blah blah. I'll let you in on a little secret that I've been doing since I've been using this thing. You combine these 2 things with rollerblades. Now it sounds ridiculous, but when you push and then glide on rollerblades, there's no up and down motion. Even the smoothest steps that you can take, rollerblades are smoothing, because there's no up and down motion. It's simply gliding. When you combine that with something that keeps the video super stable, like these 2 things, especially the Osmo, it really just makes for a great, great shot. Now, some of the disadvantages of the Osmo. First of all, the 1080 at 120 is a cropped frame, so you don't get as much data, it doesn't look as good. Second thing is, it kills the battery on your phone. Now you can get a portable charger that plugs into your phone and then you can keep going. Not the end of the world. The battery on this also does not last that long. Where the Osmo does absolutely best though, the best thing about the Osmo is the rolling shots. Now, what you do, you take that off, and you can screw this into a tripod. So I skipped out on the DJI suction cup mount. I think it looks flimsy. I don't think it's as adjustable as this, and I'm just not, no, I wouldn't buy it. What I did is I bought this Fat Gecko triple suction cup mount. Now I've had a Fat Gecko double suction cup mount for forever. Love it. It's never failed on me. I figured triple suction cup mount is, you know, even more likely to hold on. This will actually hold the weight of the 70D, so this is not much for it. But when you screw this into the side of the Osmo, there's actually little teeth there. I don't know if you can see it. So that doesn't mate up perfectly to this, and it ended up with me crunching them together, which is not the greatest thing. I had my friend Nick 3D print me one of these. Now if you notice, this also has the teeth on it. It meshes up perfectly to the Osmo, and then they go together like that. And this will screw directly onto the suction cup mount. So the Osmo is on right now, as you can tell. It's very smooth. Alright, and now I can see what's going on the camera. So that's what the camera's seeing right now. Now, if you didn't know with the Osmo, what you can do is you can tap and hold on the screen here, and it'll actually move and follow your finger. As you can see, it's moving side to side with my finger movement. You can also go up and down. So that's great, because what you can do is you can mount it on this suction cup mount on the outside of the car, and then you can sit in the passenger seat and control where it's looking. So okay, the car is a little bit there and a little bit down, and now I have the perfect shot, and then I'm going over here, you know, stuff like that. Makes for some fantastic rolling shots. The Osmo actually does do a weird thing when you set it up for rolling shots. If you go over like 50 miles an hour, the internal system just kind of shuts down. So it actually has this thing where you can move it to position it, just like that, which is kind of weird and I don't like doing because it just feels like you're breaking it. But I think what happens is it thinks the wind is an input and it's just like constant input, and so it just shuts down. Now that's really scary when you're watching the footage, because all of a sudden it just goes it just feels like the camera fell off the car even though it didn't. So say if you're gonna do rolling shots with the Osmo, keep it below 50, but it does make for some absolutely stellar footage. So overall, would I recommend the Osmo? I think if you're looking for something that's portable, easy to shoot with, and something that just kind of adds another aspect to your filmmaking, but you don't want to shell out for a 3-axis gimbal, this is a great option. Now obviously, it doesn't have the depth of field that a 70D or a DSLR is going to have with certain lenses. I'd say it's a good investment, especially if you're on the more amateur side like I am, where your channel's not huge and you just kind of want to add another kind of cinematic look to your videos. I know Mr. JWW uses it. I know Nick Murray has been using them in the past. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. And let me know if you want to see more review style stuff like this. I've been thinking I'm going to get into more reviews just because I have so many parts on my car and so much camera stuff, and I'm a complete gear nerd and I love talking about this stuff. Anyway, take it easy, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Also, make sure to go check out Driven to Cure. It's driventocure.org. They also have sweatshirts for sale right now on booster.com, and of course t-shirts and all that stuff are also on booster.com. Thanks for watching. This is the Osmo. Oop, that was the Osmo.